Taking a holiday from dating, Christmas cards making you cry, and spending too much time taking pictures of other people's life, you forget to live your own? It's all happening here at AfterBuzz TV. Stay tuned.
You're tuning in to AfterBuzz TV's The Christmas 24/7 channel, keeping the spirit of Christmas 24/7. Give, forgive, be merry.
Hello. Happy holidays, everyone.
Hey, Hallmarkies.
Hey. Welcome, AfterBuzzers and Hallmarkies, to the Countdown to Christmas After Show. We are talking right before Christmas. I'm your host, Chelsie Overocker, and joined to my left, I have Princess here.
Hello,
with her cute reindeer antlers.
So cute.
Hey,
So
guys.
cute.
I'm happy to go over this movie. I really liked it. I'm excited to just get into it.
Excited. And how's that spreadsheet coming?
The spreadsheet is going well. I have some updates to make. I did a little bit of shopping this weekend, so I've got to do my updates tomorrow, but it's going well.
How close are you to being done?
So, okay. I have a way that I organize it. There's a certain amount of gifts I get in November, a certain amount that I designate for December, and a certain amount I designate for right before Christmas because I love the rush.
Oh my God. You know what? I thought I was a scheduled out plan person, and then I met Princess.
It just depends on the subject. I love Christmas
That's
shopping and I
amazing.
love gift giving.
Well, you are ready for Black Friday.
Yes.
Yes. And right next to Princess, we have Haley J.
Hi, guys.
Who is a lover of Christmas as well and a longtime believer of the Santa Claus.
I love Santa. I love what he stands for and just making people happy. And, you know, who doesn't want to have someone come down their chimney and eat their cookies? Right?
And drink the milk.
And drink the milk. Right. Who doesn't want that?
I mean, doesn't everyone want that?
Yeah. Okay, so for tonight, we'll be discussing the movie, giving our thoughts, and then we have our Hallmark Essential Checklist. We came up with the checklist that we feel like every Hallmark movie has, and we're going to rate this movie to see if it follows the same. And then we have gift giving with Haley. So let's go ahead and get into the movie, shall we?
Cool.
What was your overall thoughts?
I thought it was really cute. One of the things I wanted to bring up, which is like not important, but I love the dog. I'm not a dog fan.
Oh, I know.
But this dog, if I were to ever get one,
Wait, you're not a dog fan?
I'm not. I've had
Princess.
a long story.
Who
long
hurt you as a
story.
child? I'm just
I
kidding.
had a couple incidents with dogs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But if I did
got
get one, I would get this type of dog, and I would name it Spunky. But I did love the fact that his name was Blitzen, and I thought he was super
That was cute.
That was so cute.
Very appropriately so.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I like this movie too. I kind of thought the theme was a little bit like it just escaped me, the movie where they have the multiple storylines.
Love Actually.
Love Actually. That kind of had a similar vibe, which I don't know if that's what they were going after. But this was one of the first Hallmark movies that I saw that really did have a lot of different relationships going on, and they linked them together. So I liked that it was a little bit of a format change than we've seen before.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Haley. I liked how each character kind of had their own story and their own plot to it. It's just not everything revolving around these two characters and how they're supposed to get together. They all had their own lives, and you know, with Carter with the military, and then trying to impress Angie, and then with Jessica and Luke and kind of their hang-ups and what they go through. So I liked how they had different outlets and stuff that you could connect with. But let's get into the movie. So we have Luke and Jessica, Lila and Tom, Carter and Angie, Mimi and her husband. All of these couples. Did you guys so overall we liked how they broke it down. Were you guys ever confused? I feel like this was the first Hallmark movie where I really had to sit down and pay attention, because if I just looked away, I would be lost.
Right.
So, and everyone was connected to each other. So I remember even had to go back and ask Princess, okay, so how is Luke connected with this, and how's Jessica connected with Carter again? And it was one of those where it just wasn't like a typical format.
Yeah.
I'll admit I got a little bit lost in the beginning, especially, but just like you said, you just really have to focus in, which is a good thing too, because we're always multitasking. So that's another good thing the Hallmark Christmas movies can bring. You got to sit down and pay attention, put your phone down, and really get into it. So it was a good challenge in
during the mailing part, like when people were reading their cards, you really had to pay attention to who the card was for. And I mean, what was said was basically the same for all of them, but still, that was another part you really had to pay attention to, because it had to know who got the card, and that's ultimately what brought Luke into Jessica's life. So it was kind of complicated.
And that's what Carter said with Jessica while they were FaceTiming, saying, hey, the card that you got me led me to be with Angie. So it kind of had like a back theme of You've Got Mail almost. In a way, I kind of was getting that vibe where each person had, you know, their own letter. And it was just great how Jessica was just writing from her heart, saying, this is how you helped me out. And it all started from a breakup with her ex-boyfriend, too. And then, that's how Luke and Jessica got connected. But
I was always raised, too, that there's so much importance of a letter, just an old-fashioned, you know, don't send an email, don't send a text, really send out a letter. And whether you handwrite it or type something and put it in a card, it does mean something to people. So there was also that message of, look at the amazing miracles you can create when you just send out a Christmas card.
I was telling Chelsea I have to buy my Christmas cards this year, and I'm starting early. I'm going to start pre-writing and pre-planning for them.
You should go take photos and have a full-on Christmas.
that would be smart.
I like it. Sounds like an investment, but I like it.
You like
There's
it?
a lot of people in LA. We'll find you someone, girl.
Cool.
Can help their portfolio.
Yes, I love it.
Can we just touch on the fact that this is one of the first Hallmark Christmas movies that I can remember where the two main characters kiss not once, twice, but 3 times?
And no near kisses. Like
No attempted kisses.
and attempted kisses. None of those. They just went for it.
Yeah, because Princess and I were watching this movie
nerve.
together. We're like, oh, wow, they just went right into it for the first one. The second one, no question about it. And the third one, no question either.
I mean, I guess when
It
you
was
feel comfortable with them, when you kiss them.
He was kind of slick with the first one, though.
He
He
was.
was like, "Oh, let's make him kind of jealous. Come here, and you play Mrs. Claus, and I'll be Santa, and let's kiss." I was like, "Okay, I see you."
Yeah, trying to make the ex jealous.
You sly dog.
But hey, if there had to be a movie where you had to, if I had to star in a movie and I had to kiss the guy 3 times, I would love it to be Chad Michael Murray.
Well, and
just
it
saying.
was cool
Fair
to
enough.
see him because, you know, he's Riverdale, One Tree Hill. He's a notable character, and a lot of people, especially I think our age, know more of these shows. So what was it? It was, Riverdale, One Tree Hill, Pretty Little Liars. That's where Jessica was from. And Vampire Diaries. So that was really cool seeing all of these, you know, kind of mainstream CW actors come to the Hallmark Channel. Because, I mean, it does make me more excited to watch a movie when I can recognize the people already.
And even Adrian Grenier is next week, and he's from I think he's from Entourage, right? Was he?
Yes, he was. He
Yeah.
was. He
Yeah.
was.
So
I wonder if Hallmark goes to these studios and they're like, we're having a casting, whoever wants to come.
just in case you're interested.
Well, Hallmark is getting bigger and bigger, so it makes sense.
Chelsea, we got to get you up there next.
Oh,
That's the
love
next
it. I'm on it. Well, one thing I like about this movie, too, is with Jessica and her ex wanted to take her back. And Jessica's like, you know what? No, I'm taking a holiday from dating. I'm good. I love woman empowerment like that, where she was like, I don't need you. I'm going to focus on myself. And then she wanted to get the audition to get in the orchestra. And I thought that was a really cool message to send out to not just young women, just to everyone in general. You
Throwing
know,
some Lizzo energy there.
yes, yeah. Like, you know, if there's a relationship that doesn't work out, you know, depend on what the situation is, do you for a while. Be yourself and push yourself and go towards your goals. And I like how Hallmark touched on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like Hallmark moving with the times, and we don't want to see the damsel in distress. We don't want to see the princess rescued from the... Your name is Princess. The Disney princess type thing. Recognized or rescued from the tower. She doesn't need a prince to save her. So yeah, that the mentality that women can do things on their own, and, you know, shocker, they can be happy single. I like to see that represented.
But also she was open to relationships. I've seen a lot of movies where there's a career-oriented person and they're just so driven and so focused they're not even open to anything else. And I like the fact that, yes, she was focused on herself, but she was open to love coming in. And I think that's a message for us too, is you can be driven, but also be open to what life can bring you, you know?
It doesn't have to be too extremes. You can still be receptive.
Another person that was open was her best friend, Mimi. We all, I feel like, have a best friend like that, one that's always so encouraging, and she's always pushing for Luke, and she's like, I really liked him, you should go for it. I thought that was just really cute between Mimi and Jessica and their relationship. Do you guys have a best friend like that, or someone in your life that is always so pushing the best for you and always having such high energy?
Yes, absolutely. I think back to when I was in college, there was something I was going to apply for, and I wasn't going to do it because I thought it would be too political. But one of my sorority sisters, she encouraged me to do it, and I'm glad I did because I joined that class and went to Paris. So
wow,
yeah,
that's
I
a
was
good
like,
friend. That's
yeah.
awesome.
So I believe in the gentle nudges. They're important.
The gentle nudges. And it kind of threw me a little bit too with the boy band, Jackson All in Motion, I think was the boy band that she wrote to. But it was really cool that Jessica wrote from all of her childhood, you know, just not her music teacher, but everyone that really helped her get over her parents' death. And I really liked how they did a concert at the end, and Jackson gave her a shout out too, because again,
they tied that together nicely.
that like brought me back to like, oh, my childhood days, because that's like me writing to like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys saying, hey, you guys got me through some tough times.
Wait, you guys, I had a shirt that said Justin emailed me, like Justin Timberlake. Yeah. Well, he emailed me. Yep.
Man, I wish they would get back together, but we can sidebar about that later.
Yeah, that could be a whole new after show about that.
Right.
And with Angie and Carter, I liked how they brought like the military side of it. There was only one movie that I saw on Veterans Day about a girl that just got back from the military trying to adjust to a normal life again. But I really like how they touch how it's really hard for people who are in the military and they can't go back and see their families. And it's really hard, you know, especially if they don't get any mail on that. So I thought that was cool that they brought that plot into it. Would you guys like that?
It's always so sad for me because I feel very lucky to be able to be with my family for Christmas, but the true reality is that a lot of people can't. So to see them find their happiness in their circumstance, it was really special.
Yeah, and you never know when your friend or your, you know, whoever you're dating gets reassigned too. So even the relationships that you form on the base, you guys could be separated at any time. So thankfully it worked out that she's going to Germany.
Teaches you to really appreciate your time with people, though.
Yeah,
Exactly. For sure.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
We should all practice that a little bit more.
Yes, indeed.
And how they were building the snowman too.
Yeah.
I thought that
I've never actually done that, to build a real
All
snowman.
right, because you're from Florida too,
Right?
Florida as
I
well.
visited snow, but it was always too icy. Like, I've never had just like soft snow to really build a snowman. But Jack Frost is one of my favorite Christmas movies, so maybe I'll bring
Love
that
that
to
one.
fruition one day.
That was good. I like that movie too. So
Great.
did you ever do the oranges with the snowman
No,
that they did
but
in the
you know
movie?
what? I could do that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was cute how you brought that in there. I love
funny.
though the card that Jessica got. He asked for permission if he could cross it out and then give it to Angie, so she had a Christmas card from family.
That's actually such a good idea for little holiday decorations. You could just take apples and put them around the table as like a cute little decoration. That wouldn't be that hard.
Oh yeah.
See, guys, you're getting more than you thought you would with us.
There you go.
You
You're
got
getting
all the
You
recommendations.
don't even need Pinterest.
you're getting it all.
Going down the Christmas decoration Pinterest rabbit hole, though, is you'll be there for hours.
Yes.
Let me see all the pins, though, because I'm going to steal them.
We got you covered.
Stuff.
And then Lila and Tom, that was a good relationship too, because it talks about, you know, you could still have a connection with someone even if your spouse passed away.
Yeah.
I thought that was really sad. And of course, the dog was what brought them together. And we love Blitzen.
And just there's this joy of, you know, I think at a certain point, at a certain age, you expect your life to look a certain way. And if you do have it all mapped out and something tragic happens, I think a lot of people can relate to feeling very lost. So that can give someone hope that, you know, it's not the end. You can find someone. It's never too late for love to form in unexpected places.
Absolutely, because that's what happened with Luke and Jessica. They knew each other when in their childhood, and the timing wasn't right.
I
and
love
then,
when that happens.
Yeah, who knows? We could have met our soulmate already, but it's just the timing isn't right.
Statistically, I think they say like there's a higher percentage that you actually have met them already.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah,
Where are you?
I know. I'm like wondering what's going on.
Kind of hope not.
Truth. We're speaking truth on this after show.
No takers.
But no, and it's, that's how they get back together, and how he gave her the picture when they're eating cupcakes and stuff, and she's like, "You are the one. I think that's my person." But no, overall, I was impressed. I do have to touch base though when Luke went on that blind date with Leslie. It can happen anywhere.
Wait, that was so funny.
More in LA, because everyone is always auditioning for something here. Yeah, could you imagine going on a first date? You'd have to help them get an audition part, and then they ask, "Oh, you're a photographer, so you could do my headshots."
I can totally see that happening though.
Gosh.
In LA. Like when I go home, probably not. But here in LA, I was like, I could see that happening to me or anyone else I know.
He was
On
too nice
both
about it. I
sides.
feel like I'd been like, I'm not working for you. We're supposed to be on a date. I would just feel very used if I were him in that situation.
He was such a sweet guy, though.
I think because he wasn't interested, he was like, whatever.
I'll just do it for you. But anyways, well, Leslie's lost. But Leslie and his friend, though, from the hockey team, I thought we would see
thought so,
connection with them
too.
too, because they kind of leaned towards it, but they never expanded on it.
Maybe a sequel.
Yeah, right.
There could be a
part two.
sequel. Well, they really could do a sequel with this, because with Angie and Carter going over to Germany,
Yeah, there's a lot that can
they
still
have a
happen
lot
with
of
these
stuff.
characters.
It would not surprise me if there was a sequel.
Yes.
Well, that pretty much covers the movie. We were fans of it, right? I liked it.
Yeah, that
I
was
liked it a lot.
cute.
Yeah. Well, speaking of our fans, Haley here has a special message for you guys.
So before moving on, we just want to say thank you so much for making us the ESPN of TV talk. But for us to continue to grow, we're going to need your help. So if you're in front of your computer, we'd really appreciate a 5-star rating in front of your phone, whatever the easiest these days. Please give us that thumbs up. No matter where you are, please leave us a comment, get involved. Especially these movies are so fun. We can go on and on about all of these characters and these plots, but we would love if you could get in the chat room and talk back with us about what you think of the movies. And being a part of AfterBuzz has just meant so much to all of us, and we really appreciate your support. And you support us just doing what we love ultimately. So don't forget to tell your friends and keep enjoying our Christmas shows.
Thanks, Haley. Okay, let's get into our Hallmark Essential Checklist. This is a list that we came up with that we think that every Hallmark follows their format. The first one is denial of the relationship, family influence, a deadline, attempted first kiss, one character successful, amazing Christmas decorations, conflict, and a happy ending. So did we have a denial of the relationship? We had quite a few. I would say definitely with Angie and Carter. I think Angie was the one that pushed back. Carter was going more towards it, but she was the one always dodging it a little bit. It wasn't like verbally spoken, but just kind
A
of
little hesitation.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. When they were, when the car broke down, and when she was saying, "Oh, since we have some time on our hands, there's always something I want to do." That's when Carter leaned in for the kiss, and she's like,
an attempted kiss.
"Oh, I just wanted to go build a snowman." So yeah, that goes with attempted kiss, but a little bit of a denial. Now, did we see anything with Jessica and Luke with the denial of the relationship? Trying to think here.
I feel like their chemistry was pretty...
Well, she always said, "I'm taking a holiday from dating." So, and she even told her friend Mimi that. Oh, yes. And then when right away,
When she saw him with the, why can't I think of her name?
Leslie?
The girl, Leslie. Yes.
Yes.
When she saw him with, well, I guess that's kind of the conflict.
But she
That was
always
the
knew that
conflict.
she liked him.
That's true.
I
That's
think
the
the
conflict.
denial though was when he went into the store, and then he asked, after he gave her the cello, and he asked the Christmas decorations, like, "Oh, where'd you get those ornaments?" And she's like, "Just to let you know, I'm taking a holiday from dating. I don't want to get involved." And he's like, "Oh, well, that's great, but let's go shopping for a Christmas tree and get decorations." Do you feel like that was a little bit of a denial right there, a little pushback? And that's when Mimi was kind of saying, "Go for it." And then after they did their first kiss, she was like, "It was just nothing." Mimi's like, "No, it was something." I don't so.
I guess.
Yeah.
That'd probably be the closest thing to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. They snuck it in there. It wasn't very,
It was subtle.
It was, yeah. Okay. Family influence. Mimi influenced for Luke and Jessica. Carter and Angie, since they're away from family, not so much. I would just say they already established that they like each other the time Carter gave Jessica a call through FaceTiming. And Mimi and her husband are already married. So, was there a deadline?
I don't think so.
I don't think there was a deadline.
I feel like the
either.
closest deadline would just be this anticipation of waiting for what's her name to find out where she was going to be stationed.
Angie.
So not really a deadline, but we were waiting on that news.
That's true. Okay. Attempted first kiss. I mentioned the one with Angie and Carter, but Luke and Jessica didn't. They went in all time.
confident.
They were ready for it. One character is successful. I would say all of them were successful. It's not like one was losing a job. Carter was successful with being in the military, so was Angie. And then Jessica was successful with her business with the shop. And then Luke as a photographer.
Yeah, that was actually, I think there's so much going on in this movie. We don't have time for someone to lose their job right now.
We don't have time for high-powered executives.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Here with that.
We can't do that. And then amazing Christmas decorations, yes. And Jessica's work, the Christmas tree.
Wait. Can we talk about the boy band house? The purple,
Oh,
the
yes.
purple madness.
She
I
was
was not
a lot of
feeling
purple.
it. Like, unless you were Prince, you cannot
But I liked
do
a little
that.
switch up, honestly. I still liked the festive, but with different colors.
I liked festive with different colors, but you had
Too much purple.
It was too much. You had the lavender wallpaper and all the decorations, and then he was wearing a purple sweater. It was too.
So I'm guessing that's not going to be in your Christmas cards.
Not at all. Not at all. I'm all about the colors. Just not what they did today in
Not-
this movie.
We did not like the decorations.
Not the purple
Hallmark
rain.
can't always win.
Can't always.
They can't win. And conflict, yes. So when Leslie was with Luke and Jessica saw that on the ice, she thought, oh, they're together. She pushed back. I think that's it.
That scene annoyed me because he did
Yeah.
not need to hold her for that long.
No, I was like,
But-
what is she? Of course, they had to catch in the moment.
Right. The long moment.
Long.
Holding her forever.
I mean, we almost lost the dog to another family. That's kind of a
Yeah,
conflict,
there you
too.
go. That was a
I'd be
conflict
upset.
too.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And happy ending, of course. Everyone gets together. Lila gets to keep the dog. Luke and Jessica are back together. And then Angie and Carter are off to Germany.
Bye.
Oh, and Mimi and her husband are now trying for a baby.
Oh, yeah, that
Yes.
was really sweet.
That was awesome. But yes, that is right before Christmas. So we liked it.
We liked it. Another good one.
Another one. Well, quickly before we wrap up, we have gift giving ideas with Haley.
Yes. So for this one, not just because we are based in Los Angeles, I'm not just saying this, but a lot of people are trying to be vegan, and it's not as easy for some people that it might be for others. So a great place to start, if you know someone, a family friend that's looking to go vegan, there are so many great plant-based options out there. You can get recipes through books that are really inexpensive. So Amazon, like so many other things, has got you covered. This one in particular is called Forks Over Knives, and it's a pretty affordable buy on Amazon for just around $10. Send it to someone to get them started if they're struggling a little bit, or just even thinking about it, give them some options. So Forks Over Knives is our gift of this episode.
It's really helpful. I'm vegan,
Right.
as you guys know. It's super helpful to have a cookbook because sometimes, especially if you're just used to eating meat and basing your meals around meat, it's good to have something that you can just whip out of the closet and get a few simple ideas. So
Yeah,
highly recommend.
Awesome.
trying to make your lives easier, people.
I like it. I like it. Good options. Well, thanks, Haley, for the gift giving ideas. And quickly before we leave, we're going to start with our social media handles. Princess?
So guys, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Princessctv.
You can find me Instagram and Twitter at HeyJ, HAYJ_.
And you can find me on Instagram at Chelsie Overocker. That's Chelsie with an IE. And on Twitter at Chelsie Overocker. All right, you guys, we'll see you next time or break you down the next movie. Bye.
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays.
She Health Officers Kevin Undergaro and Maria Menounos, Chief Spirit Officer Jeff Graham, and the entire The Christmas 24/7 channel, we would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV's The Christmas 24/7 channel. If you have questions or comments, email us at thechristmas247@gmail.com. Until next time, do your best to give, forgive, and be merry. Ho, 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 ho.